A city where every morning arrives carrying a new story. And on this particular morning, the sun shone a little brighter. The soft breeze danced through the trees, birds filled the sky with their gentle chirping, and warm golden sunlight stretched its arms across the land. But today wasn't just any day. It was a day the entire town looked forward to, the annual Heroes of Safety Day. A day where the city's police and emergency teams showcased their strength and training. But what the public truly waited for is the performance of the K9 unit, those highly trained, loyal dogs who track criminals, sniff out danger, and place their lives on the line without hesitation. Crowds poured into Gulzar Man Park. Every street, every corner, every household buzzed with excitement. Children, dressed in bright colors, holding flags and balloons, walking alongside their families, eager for what was to come. The park was alive with decorations, colorful, banners waving in the breeze, streamers, stalls of sweets and toys, and uniformed officers positioned at every turn. The grand stage was set. On it, the city's mayor, the police chief, and respected officials waited for the program to begin. Amongst that cheerful crowd was a little girl, 7-year-old Zara, with innocence glowing in her eyes, a heart filled with kindness for animals and a gentle smile that made anyone's heart melt. She clutched her favorite doll tightly in her tiny hands, never letting it leave her side. She wore a pink dress with blue ribbons in her hair, and her curious gaze moved from one thing to another, taking in the magic of the morning. "Mommy, today I'll meet the police dogs too, won't I?" Adara chirped excitedly. Her mother, Seema, smiled lovingly, brushing her hand over Zara's forehead. "Yes, my little one. But remember, don't be afraid. They're very strong and very well trained." Zara grinned. "I'm not scared at all, Mommy. I'm going to be friends with them." Her father, Amjad Ali, chuckled softly. "Well then, just pray they accept you as a friend too." "I'll ask Allah," Zara said with childlike faith, raising her tiny hands to the sky, "and he listens to everyone." The park was filled with laughter and joy. Children took rides on swings. Ice cream sellers called out to the crowd. Balloons floated above the park like colored clouds. Yet the largest crowd gathered near the ground where the K9 demonstration was about to begin. And then the deep voice of Police Chief Riaz echoed through the speakers. "Ladies and gentlemen, today we present before you our loyal companions, the true heroes of this city, our K9 unit." The sound of applause rolled across the field like a wave. One by one, 6 trained dogs entered with their handlers, tall, powerful, alert, each with shining eyes, sleek coats, and unmatched focus. Their names were Shadow, Max, Rex, Bruno, Bolt, and Leo. Each dog performed impressive stunts, capturing pretend criminals, detecting hidden explosives, responding to distant whistle calls with precision and speed. The crowd cheered. Children clapped and jumped in excitement. Zara clapped her hands in pure delight, her eyes sparkling. "Mommy, look at that dog, Bruno. He's looking at me." Seema smiled. "Yes, darling. Seems like he's already noticed you." Zara lifted her doll and waved it toward Bruno. Bruno wagged his tail, and his large, deep eyes softened at the sight of the little girl. The demonstration continued, reaching its peak. But then something unexpected happened. Max, the boldest of the 6, suddenly broke from formation. The other 5 followed instantly, racing after him. The whole ground erupted in chaos. People screamed, "Run! The dogs are loose. Somebody stop them." Seema panicked and called out, "Zara, run, baby." But Zara didn't move. She didn't scream. She didn't run. She stood there, small, fearless, calm, and then she slowly raised her tiny hands toward the sky and whispered, "Dear Allah, these are my friends. Please tell them not to hurt me." And then the unthinkable happened. The 6 fierce, highly trained police dogs who just moments ago looked like unstoppable forces slowed down. Their pace dropped. Their sharp eyes softened. One by one, they approached Zara and wagged their tails. Each dog came close and gently sat down around her. One licked her hand, another rested, his head in her lap. The others sat in a perfect circle, their heads lowered in submission. A wave of stillness swept over the entire park. The crowd froze in disbelief. Police officers stood speechless. No one understood what they had just witnessed. Police Chief Reyes rushed to the microphone. This is beyond belief. Today we have witnessed the power of love, innocence, and prayer. This little girl, her pure heart, and these brave canine dogs. History will remember this moment. Seema rushed toward her daughter and wrapped her arms around her, but Zara only smiled. While the 6 dogs remained around her like faithful guardians, the mayor himself came forward and made a grand announcement. From this day on, this child shall be awarded the Medal of Bravery and named an honorary friend of the city's canine unit. Thunderous applause roared through the park. Zara was called onto the stage. Garlanded with flowers, a medal placed around her neck. Photographers' flashes lit up the sky. But this was only the beginning, because that very night, danger stirred in the shadows of the police headquarters. And Zara, along with those 6 loyal dogs, would soon embark on a mission so dangerous, so extraordinary. It would write their names into legend. The story is far from over. Weapons trafficking, and a list of crimes so long that even the police feared what they might do next. Tonight, they planned something bigger. It's far more dangerous. A shipment of illegal arms was to arrive at midnight, along with a device capable of disabling the city's entire communication network. If successful, the city would be thrown into chaos. And little did anyone know, Zara was about to find herself in the middle of it all. That evening, as Seema tucked Zara into bed, the little girl clutched her doll tight. "Mommy, can I go visit Bruno and his friends tomorrow?" she asked. Seema smiled softly. "Maybe, darling, they might be busy. But we'll see." She gazed out the window, the moonlight spilling onto her face. "They're my friends now. I think they'll need me." A mother's heart often senses what words cannot explain. Seema kissed her daughter's forehead and turned off the lights. Though unease gnawed at her heart, midnight struck. A soft beep echoed inside the police headquarters control room. A red light began to flash. An alarm, Chief. Reyes snapped awake from his desk chair as one of the junior officers called out, "Sir, unauthorized activity detected near Dock 17. Surveillance cameras disabled." His heart skipped a beat. No time to waste. Alert the special response unit and bring in the K9 team. Within minutes, the handlers gathered Shadow, Max, Rex, Bruno, Bolt, and Leo lined up, their eyes sharp, muscles tensed. But something strange happened. The dogs refused to move. They sniffed the air, turned toward the main gate, and began whining softly. Their ears perked. Their tails wagged gently. "What's wrong with them?" one officer asked. Chief Reyes stepped forward, narrowing his eyes. There, sensing something, or someone. And then before anyone could react, the station's main door creaked open, and there she was, Zara, dressed in her tiny slippers, holding her doll, her eyes wide but calm. I came to help," she whispered. Every single dog bolted toward her, but not in aggression. They circled around her protectively. Shadow licked her hand. Bruno laid down at her feet. Rex pressed his head gently against her shoulder. A stunned silence fell over the room. "Who brought this child here?" Chief Reyes demanded. "I walked," Zara said quietly. "I knew they needed me." An old officer, Officer Malik, stepped forward, voice trembling. "Sir, maybe we should let her be. What happened today wasn't coincidence. Maybe this is meant to be." There are moments in life when logic must bow to instinct. Chief Reyes stared at Zara's innocent face, at the unwavering loyalty in the dog's eyes, and he made a decision that would be questioned for years to come. "Suit up," he commanded. "We take her with us." And so the team rolled out. 6 armored vans, special forces officers, and at the center, a little girl with a brave heart. Seated between Shadow and Bruno, as the convoy raced toward the docks, Zara leaned her head against Bruno's fur. "You're not scared, are you?" she whispered. A gentle nuzzle was his answer. At Dock 17, the Black Claw gang had already begun. Unloading crates. Armed men patrolled the shadows, but they hadn't counted on what was coming for them. The operation began in silence. Special forces moved in. The K-9 unit sprang into action. Shadow tackled a lookout. Max and Leo sniffed out explosives. Bolt chased down a fleeing smuggler, but then a trap. The gang's leader, a ruthless man known only as Kardar, had anticipated the raid. Hidden snipers opened fire. Chaos erupted. In the frenzy, Zara was accidentally separated from the officers. She hid behind a cargo crate, heart pounding. The sounds of gunfire filled the air. Then footsteps. A man approached. Weapon drawn. "Got you, little brat," he sneered. But before he could take another step, a growl ripped through the darkness. Bruno, fur bristling, teeth bared, eyes burning with fury. Within seconds, the other 5 dogs flanked him. The man froze in terror. One command from Zara, soft yet fearless: "Don't let him hurt anyone." And in an instant, the dogs attacked. The man's weapon fell, his screams drowned by the snarling fury of 6 loyal protectors. Zara ran, the dogs forming a protective ring around her. Somehow, miraculously, they made it back to the special unit unharmed. When the dust settled, the entire gang was in custody. The arms shipment was seized, and the city was safe. At dawn, as the first light of morning painted the sky, the heroes returned. The city awoke to the news. Little girl saves police operation. Bravery beyond words. The child who commands. 6 heroes. At the police headquarters, Chief Rias knelt before Zara, placing a special badge in her hands. "You're one of us now." The mayor announced a grand ceremony. Zara and the K-9 dogs, now known as the Guardians of Peace, became legends. But as Zara stood with her friends, hand resting on Bruno's head, a gentle smile on her face, she whispered, "We did it. But there's more to come, isn't there?" Bruno wagged his tail. The other dogs let out soft barks. Because in the heart of every city, danger never truly sleeps. And where there's darkness, heroes rise. Their story had only